good afternoon, YouTubers. I think the title of this video is going to have to be Frozen Balls. Yes. Because I can confirm to you it's cold enough and the wind is dragging across the bike and straight into my lap. Ooh, frozen. Nicely. I'm going to be very, very uncomfortable by the time I get home. That brings me on to another story time, I think. Yes, I think that'll do. Coldest ride I have ever done in my life would be... I can't even remember the month. Really can't. But it was when we had all the severe weather warnings and it snowed all night, and like a day of severe weather warnings, boom, 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 one after the other. Oh, no feet down, that was good. Anyway, yeah, severe weather warnings, one after another, just bugger. And I didn't actually like take heed of them. I was just like, severe weather warnings, in Chester, whatever. So anyway, Sir Muggleblood here decides Honda CG, possibility of snow, could be fun. So I promptly went to work that night on me Honda CG, like you do. And yeah, despite all of my genius, shall we put it, it snowed all night. Literally all night, just blanketed the area in snow. Oh, what the fuck's this guy doing? I think I'll stay back from this guy, but anyway. Yeah, so it proper snowed for like a whole night and I was in work on my CG. And my first thought, honestly, was shit, I'm going to have a frozen battery. So my first thought was get my bike indoors wherever possible, doesn't matter where, just as long as it's indoors and out of the way. So I did so. And you know, 6 o'clock rolls round and the guy taking me off duty phoned me and said, Dan, mate, I can't make it down from where I live up in Mould. It's thicker up here than it is there. I'm like, oh, that's great. He says, I'm having to walk it, but I'll be there soon. I'm like, a short time later. Sometime later. Anyway, the guy shows up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's fine, don't worry about it. To which he responded with, what's the motorbike doing in the hallway now? Like, never mind, forget about it. Ignore the motorbike in the hallway. Don't pay attention to that. So, I get my bike out on the main drag out of my work, just onto the road, and then it comes to the point where I have to nut up or shut up, as it were, and start the fucking thing. I get my brave face on and the bike starts. Huzzah! Then the panic face rolls on. I have to ride home in the snow. Oh my god, worst experience of my life. Oh, you twat! Fucking indication would have been nice there. Anyway. Yeah. So I was riding home in about half an inch to an inch of snow at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, it was one of them times in your life that you will never do again, but you can always recall it and go, wow, that was interesting. And I was passing stranded cars and all sorts on this little Honda CG. This little put bike that was 125 output, you know, best speed I could do was 50 mile an hour downwind with no engine on, you know, hoping to God I'd make it. And yet there I was, blitzing this same route that I'm riding today in the pitch black of morning, in the snow, basically just hoping to God the bike didn't go over, because the only thing worse than falling off a bike would be to fall off a bike while you got your feet on the pegs, because I don't know, I felt safer riding in the snow with my feet on the pegs than off them. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, keep yourself in like a tripod stance, so if the bike does go you can put your foot out. It made me feel unstable, and I didn't like it very much, so I just thought, well, no balls, no glory sort of thing, feet on the pegs and just take it easy on the way home. And I did such, and I made it. But I passed a couple of cars down this way that were stranded, so I was quite taken aback by the fact that they were there, and I thought, oh bugger it, just carry on. And I passed a couple of cars that were stuck nearer to my home, and I was really shocked at the fact that I was passing all these people, and it was like, what the hell's going on in the world where a motorcycle in the snow is overtaking cars? It didn't make sense in any way, shape or form. That fucking numpty bell end. And yeah, so I made it home. Just had my brother looking out of his bedroom window at me like, the fuck are you doing? I'm just like, riding bike. And there was another time, same Honda CG. I can't say enough about that bike because it was a cracking little learner. The only downside of it was it seating position meant you were upright as a wind sail or a windbreak on a jet. You're just full on in the chest and face all day, all night. But it was down here that when this road used to get really badly flooded. I didn't know it was flooded. I came down here one morning and oh my god, it was easily up to the knee at parts because they had to resurface most of it. This bit they didn't because it drained off, but this entire bit was underwater. And I just trudged through it with my feet on the tank in a sat upright pose, waving at people as I went past them. And there were people in their cars who couldn't get out of it, they were stranded, and oh man, it was just one of them moments that worked out so well for me, but I didn't have a camera at that point. But I know if I'd had a camera, the first thing I would have done was fallen off. I know it for a fact, and you know it as well as my viewers, that if I'd had a camera rolling that day, the first thing I would have done was gone over. Because all it takes is a stone or something while you're riding with your feet on the bleeding tank, and it's game over for you. So it was really just like, my god, I'm lucky I made it through them two situations where the most extreme and adverse weather conditions should have stopped me, but I don't want to say, you know, bravery or anything, because it wasn't. It was stupid, maximum stupidity on my part to take the bike through them circumstances. I should have on them days outsourced a lift home, or you know, just something, rather than actually trying to ride the bike. But I just did it because but yeah, so a stupidity on my part. I should never have done it, but I did, and I was lucky I made it. But it's one of them things, you know, I was riding through that flood water, waving to people, and I was just thinking, wow, this is possibly the most popular I'll ever be on a bike, or unpopular, however you look at it, because I'm basically there riding through flood water that's down their cars, and I'm just passing them on a little motorbike, whatever. So you really got to look at it differently. Oh, so that's about to be here. Oh, I wish I'd seen that coming. so distracted some days I don't even look for the potholes that I know are there. That's how bad I can get. Winter is coming. Yeah! But yeah, back to the original topic. My balls are frozen. My god. The aerodynamic frame of the bike works really well, except it draws air in along the sides of the tank, which is fine in its own little way, except wind also equals water when it's wet. So that is always the highest concentrate of build-up on the bike is my crotch. And even in waterproofs it just gets through somehow. As if by magic it just makes its way into my testicles. Fucking water. Anyway, like and subscribe!